Honestly, I'm actually very disappointed. I'm honestly a very, very disappointed wrestling fan. You know, I gave night 1 the benefit of the doubt because there were some decently good matches. Here on night 1, man, I can't feel the same way. This was a very disappointing WrestleMania. And listen, I know people are going to find ways to defend the show. I know there are going to be Triple H supporters that are going to defend the show, wave the Triple H flag, because that's how people are. But I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to defend anything. This WrestleMania was poor. One of the worst WrestleManias we've had in a while. This is single-handedly the first Triple H era WrestleMania that was bad. The first bad WrestleMania under the Triple H era. 39 was good. 40 was also good. This is the third WrestleMania Triple H has had, and this one was bad. As I said, night 1 had some decent matches, but only 2 of them I really ended up liking. And this is exactly the same way I feel about night 2, man. Only 2 good matches, and the rest were either passable or just downright boring. Night 2 kicked off with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match. Easily the best match of the night. Easily the best match of the night. And this match, I don't care what anyone says, this match should have main evented over John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And I will get to John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I know people are going to hate me for what I'm going to say about that match. But to me, this match delivered. This match delivered. People wanted to talk about how bad the booking of this matchup was. Well, yes, the booking and the build-up wasn't all that great, but Io, Bianca, and Rhea are such great talented wrestlers. They could turn literal garbage into gold. They could turn literal garbage into gold. These 3 women carried WrestleMania. This match, to me, was easily the best match on the card. Not just the best match on the card, I think it was easily in the top 2 best match of WrestleMania. The fact that I am out here saying the 2 triple threat matches, the Seth Punk and Cody, the Seth Punk and Roman, and this one were easily the best matches on the card, tells you a lot. So, Io Sky would win this match. Now, hopefully, please, they now turn Bianca Belair heel. I really hope now this sets up Bianca Belair's heel turn. To me, I look at this as this is WWE's chance to turn Bianca Belair heel. This is Bianca Belair's second WrestleMania loss, not her first. She is no longer undefeated at WrestleMania, even though she never was undefeated. Because WWE like to spin the narrative that she was undefeated. They always love to spin that narrative that, oh, you know, she's undefeated, but she never really ever was. She never was. So Bianca's fake WrestleMania streak is over. She's not going to be the female Undertaker. Thank God. Because I saw so many people wanting her to be the female Undertaker. And you know what? I'm glad that was not the case. I am glad that was not the case. Yes, I might be a bit upset that Rhea didn't win, but you know what? I'm fine with Io as the champion. I'm fine with Io as the champion. I'm just ready for Bianca Belair to finally turn heel. I'm just ready for Bianca to turn heel, and I kind of want Rhea to move on, because here's the thing. Because here's the thing about Rhea. While I do want her to always be in the championship picture, but I think it's time for her to step out of it a little bit and, do something else. I think it's time for her to move on and do something else. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Sorry about that. I was getting messages while I was in the middle of recording. I informed that person I'm busy right now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I kind of think it's time for Rhea to kind of spend some time out of the title picture for now. Maybe continue her feud with Bianca. Actually, here's a better idea. I'd like to see Rhea Ripley get drafted to SmackDown. I'd like to see Rhea get drafted to SmackDown. It'll give her new, fresh opponents like Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Jade Cargill, and maybe even Zelina, the girls that are on SmackDown. It gives her some new, fresh opponents. I think that would be a good, fresh start for Rhea. Kind of want her on SmackDown now, because it's time for her to get a bit of a fresh start. And I would move Bianca Belair over to Monday Night Raw, and I'd have Bianca Belair as the #1 heel on Monday Night Raw. Will that happen? Probably not. But yeah, the women's triple threat match, easily the best match on the card for me. It was by far my favorite match on the card, and easily the best match on WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a Sin City Street Fight, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't hate this match. Despite that this was one of those matches I genuinely didn't really care all that much about, this match did well. It was actually surprisingly fun. I did like it. Some big spots and some nice big bumps and some nice spots in there. But you know what? It was good. It was actually pretty good. I did enjoy this one. Drew McIntyre did get the win, and also the crowd was a lot better tonight. The crowd were reacting to everything tonight, so the crowd were a lot better. It kind of tells you that night one's matches, a lot of the fans didn't really care. That's what it tells me. If the crowd were lively through majority of night 2, but they were not lively at all for night 1, kind of tells me that the fans just did not care about majority of the matches on night 1. Fatal 4-Way. Bron Breakker defends against Dom, Finn, and Penta. And the outcome that I did not want ended up happening. Dominic Mysterio is the new Intercontinental Champion, and he pins Finn Balor to become the champion. You know what's the thing that irritated me the most about this match? Is the fact that fans were cheering for Dominic Mysterio, and they booed Finn Balor. Like, are you people serious? You're gonna cheer for a scumbag like Dominic over Finn Balor? Like, what kind of drugs are you on? What kind of drugs are you on? Dominic Mysterio is a bum. He's a bum. He's supposed to be one of the most hated heels, but here he is being cheered like a beloved babyface, while Finn Balor is being booed. And then people want to say Finn Balor's the one turning face here. And people want to say Finn Balor's the guy that's going to be turning face. Yeah, not according to the fans. According to the fans, they want Dominic to be the good guy. They want Dominic to be the good guy and Damien and Finn Balor to be the bad guy. That's what the fans want. If that's what the fans want, then Triple H should just give them that. Since he's the man of the people, he listens to his audience. If he truly listens to his audience, then that's what he should give them. Honestly, I prefer Finn Balor as a heel anyway. So, even if that's the direction they want to go in, whatever. I prefer Finn as a heel anyway. If the fans aren't going to cheer for Finn over Dominic, then there's no reason for Finn to be a babyface. But seriously, what a joke. completely stupid that the fans actually are cheering for Dominic. Ridiculous. The only real highlight on this match was Bron Breakker running off the table and spearing Carlito through it. That's the real only highlight here. So both Penta and Rey Fenix both lost at WrestleMania. Yeah, welcome to WWE, guys. Welcome to WWE. Welcome to WWE, guys. Next up, we get Randy Orton's Open Challenge. Now, honestly, I was kind of nervous heading into this. Like, they had a nice big hype package for Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania. I was honestly kind of worried and a little bit nervous heading into this because I was fully expecting either Aleister Black or Rusev to debut. And I was like, if it's going to be Aleister Black or Rusev, then Randy Orton is definitely going to lose this. Randy Orton cuts a promo. He says, "This is my 20th WrestleMania, and I want to see if anyone has the courage to come out here and face me one-on-one and get their WrestleMania moment." And then out comes the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, I Believe in Joe Hendry. Very surprising. I will tell you this, I was definitely surprised. I was not expecting Joe Hendry. I know for some bizarre reason some people were predicting Joe Hendry, but here's the thing. If you guys predicted Joe Hendry, that was just a flat-out guess. There's no way you would have known Joe Hendry was going to be there. People said Rusev was backstage at WrestleMania, so I just assumed it was going to be him. But I will say it was a nice little surprise. And here's the thing. I wasn't really the biggest fan of this match. While Randy Orton did win, he won in like 3 minutes. He won in like 3 minutes. It was a really quick and easy match. Joe Hendry did like a couple moves and then Randy Orton finished him with an RKO. It wasn't entirely impressive, and I think this is becoming a bit of an issue. Listen, I don't mind Joe Hendry. I'm a big Joe Hendry guy, and I believe in Joe Hendry. I do believe in Joe Hendry, but I don't like all of Joe Hendry's appearances have just been, you get his full entrance, he'll do a couple of moves, and then that's it. It was the same thing in the Royal Rumble. We saw his full entrance, he waved his hands from side to side, did his full entrance, he did a couple of moves, Roman came out, speared him, chucked him out in the Royal Rumble. It was the same thing. It was the same thing here. Joe Hendry threw a few punches on Orton. He did his freak of nature fall-away slam. He did his little pose to get ready for the standing ovation, but then Orton quickly RKO'd him after that and won the match. This is becoming a standard problem for me when it comes to Joe Hendry. If you're gonna have this guy appear for WWE, you gotta showcase him. Especially for casual viewers who don't even know who this guy is. If you're a casual fan, you might just think, oh, this guy's just a dude just there to get a reaction. Oh, these fans seem to like him for some weird reason. Any random normal fan might just think, why do people like this guy? All he does is come out, you hear his theme music, fans go crazy, he waves his hands side to side, does a pose, and does like 2 moves, and then he quickly loses. Especially to WWE fans who don't know who this guy is. You gotta think of the people that don't know who he is. If you see him lose, if you see him lose like that, then people will be wondering, geez, why is he the TNA World Champion? He must be good, but he lost so easily. I'm happy Randy won, but I'm a little bit disappointed that this match was just a quick one. I really wish it went on just a little bit longer, just so Joe Hendry could at least showcase some of his skills. Randy raised his hand afterwards, and he gave him an RKO, and then Randy did Joe Hendry's pose, and then he did his pose, and he smiled and laughed about it. One thing I will say, I liked Randy's ring attire. If you've noticed his trunks and his knee pads and all that, his ring attire was the same color when he made his WWE debut back in 2002. It's crazy to me how I have been watching Randy Orton for possibly around about 23 years. And I've been a loyal supporter for him for over 20 plus years. Wrestling's just not going to be the same when he eventually leaves, man. I'm enjoying him while I can because I feel like he might retire within the next few years. Next up is a match that I'm not genuinely very happy about. This was AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Triple H. Why? That's what I want to know. Why? Why do you think Logan Paul deserves a victory over AJ Styles? AJ Styles is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And you're going to treat him like this. You're going to have AJ Styles lose to Logan freaking Paul of all people. Like, what kind of drugs are you on, man? What kind of drugs do you take? Idiot? The idiot medication? Who in their right mind thinks this was a good idea? Who in their right mind believed this was the right decision? AJ Styles should not be losing to a bum like Logan Paul. It is an absolutely pathetic. And I know AJ Styles' contract is expiring soon. I've heard the rumors that his contract is running out. And I don't want to be that guy. But I'm going to say it anyway. And I know this is going to annoy a lot of people. But honestly, I want AJ Styles to leave. If my contract was expiring and I lost to Logan Paul, that's when I'd make my decision. I'd be like, yep, I'm out of here. I kind of want AJ Styles to leave. I don't think he will. But I kind of want AJ Styles to let his contract run out and say, yeah, screw you guys. You're going to treat me like this? Well, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go back to TNA. I'm going to go back to TNA and retire there. I'll go back to TNA. I'll go back and work for TNA and retire as a TNA wrestler. I kind of want... honestly, that's how genuinely upset I was about this. This is a joke. AJ Styles should not be losing to people like Logan Paul. But I know all the WWE fans and the Triple H supporters are going to defend this because of all this shit. Because of all the shit that they defend a lot nowadays. Because Triple H supporters believe that Triple H is a great booker. He does nothing wrong when there's so much he's done wrong. Absolutely pathetic, and Triple H should be ashamed of himself for even thinking this result was the right decision to make. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defended their women's tag team championships against Lyra Valkyria and a mystery partner, and the mystery partner ended up being... oh, wow, it's the person that everybody knew it was going to be, Becky Lynch. There wasn't going to be Kairi Sane, it wasn't going to be Asuka. Why would Lyra team with them? It was obviously going to be Becky Lynch. I said this in my Night 1 review and I'm going to say it again. The fact that Bayley got done so dirty like this is pathetic. The fact that Bayley got done dirty like this is an absolute crime. Listen, I love me some Becky as well, okay? I love me some Becky too. But the fact that Triple H made it very clear that he wanted Bayley on the WrestleMania card and then he takes her off the WrestleMania card and then he replaces her for Becky Lynch kind of tells me he continues to do her dirty. And also, the other thing that irritates me the most is how Triple H, on every media scrum, whenever Bayley is on the card, every single media scrum he says, he always talks about how Bayley is underappreciated. One of the most underrated and underappreciated women on our roster. She always works hard. She always busts her ass off. She's so reliable. She's underappreciated. She's underutilized. Yet you continue to book her that way. You continue to make Bayley feel like an afterthought. You continue to make Bayley book. You continue to book Bayley that way. You want people to appreciate Bayley? Then treat her like how you should be treating her. It's a joke. How can you go from being women's champion at WrestleMania last year to not even being on the card? But yet, I've heard so many people say Triple H wanted Bayley on the card. So many people kept telling me, oh, Triple H wanted Bayley on the card. Yeah, well, he kicked her off the card. It sounds ridiculous. Why say you want someone on the card, but then you take them off the card? That's like me saying I want That's like me saying I want someone on the card, but then I don't put them on the card. Why say you want someone on the card, but then take them off? I think Bayley should leave WWE as well. And I know some people are going to say, oh, Bayley won't leave. She's too loyal to the company. She's not going to leave. Yeah, well, how much more can one person take? Look at Mercedes for an example. She did everything that company told her to do. She did everything WWE told her to do. And never complained a single time. She never complained a single time. She always did what she was told like a good soldier. But eventually, she had her breaking point. She finally reached her breaking point. And she left. When will Bayley ever reach that point? When is Bayley ever going to reach her breaking point? In my opinion, her breaking point should definitely be now. Because this is pathetic. I love me some Becky too. But I don't think Bayley should have been shafted like this. And oh, typical. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch won. Wow, what a surprise, right? Like everyone saw that coming. Lyra Valkyria is now a double champion. Great. Lovely. Great, lovely. And Becky got her revenge on Liv Morgan. And now listen, Becky Lynch was all... Now listen, when you got someone like Liv Morgan prancing around for months saying she retired Becky Lynch, I think it was kind of obvious that Becky was going to come back and get her revenge. But honestly, this was really pathetic. And I know for a fact the Liv Morgan fans are gonna be crying themselves to sleep today because their precious Liv Morgan lost. It's gonna be the same old shit with when the Liv Morgan fans had a meltdown on Rhea Ripley. It's gonna be the same old crap, but this time they're gonna do it to the Becky and Lyra fans. To all the Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria fans out there, you better get ready for all those Liv Morgan fans coming after you and talking bad about your favorite, because man oh man, I had to put up with Liv Morgan fans bitching for months about Rhea Ripley and saying horrible things about Rhea Ripley for a long time. For about a year and a half, I had to put up with that crap. But, welcome back Becky Lynch. But again, I'm not too thrilled about Bayley being shafted. And now it's time for our main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. And I gotta be honest, guys. This is just brutal honesty, and I don't care if I offend anybody. But this was a boring main event. Absolute boring main event. super boring. It was just not good at all. Not good at all. People wanted to say John Cena single-handedly saved WrestleMania. In my opinion, no, he didn't. This whole WrestleMania card, outside of 4 matches that I enjoyed, this was a terrible show. John Cena and Cody Rhodes did not deliver. They did not deliver at all. This was a boring main event. Absolutely terrible. I did not enjoy this at all. I knew John Cena was going to win, but this was boring. And of course, they had that moron Travis Scott come out. Yes, Cody Rhodes paid him back for the time he gave him a black eye. But where the hell is The Rock? The Rock was the whole reason this match was set up in the first place. Why is The Rock not involving himself in this whole situation? He's the only reason this match is happening. He's the only reason. He's the only reason this matchup ended up happening. But no sign of the final boss anywhere. It's ridiculous. All this third man bullshit that a few of my friends and people keep saying, oh, there's a third man. There's going to be a third man. There's a third man. He's going to be with The Rock and Cena. It's going to be Seth Rollins. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be that guy. There's a third man in The Rock's faction. There is no faction. There never has been. The Rock is non-existent. There was no point in having The Rock at the Elimination Chamber doing what he did. He was a non-factor in all of this. Terrible main event. Terrible match all round. This was shit. And they booked Cody Rhodes to look like an absolute idiot. Refusing to hit John Cena because he wanted to be the honorable guy. He didn't want to cheat. He wanted to be the honorable guy here. And all that. But all I kept hearing was, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans going on. The Rock's going to come out. The only person that interfered was Travis Scott. And who the hell cares about Travis Scott? Seriously. This guy serves no purpose. He does not belong in a wrestling ring. I'm sorry. He does not. What a boring main event, man. And what a crappy way to end Cody Rhodes' reign, man. And unfortunately, the fans booed him. And unfortunately, the fans booed Cody Rhodes. So, I guess the wrestling fans are happy that John Cena did the one thing that he said he was going to do. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you guys are happy that John Cena has taken away the WWE Championship from us. All the people that cheered are happy that John Cena took away the WWE Championship. So you're all going to cheer that John Cena is going to ruin wrestling for us. You're all happy that John Cena is going to ruin wrestling for us. Great job, guys. Great job, wrestling fans. Unbelievable. Cody Rhodes' title reign was good. But unfortunately, he just had repetitive opponents. AJ Styles twice. Solo Sikoa 3-4 times? And then Kevin Owens 3 times. That was the issue with Cody's title reign. He never got new opponents. He always kept fighting the same people all the time. He kept fighting the same people all the time. And that was the biggest issue. Absolute disappointment. Absolute disappointing. This was a bad WrestleMania. Easily Triple H's first bad WrestleMania. This was a disappointing main event. So boring, I did not care. I was not into this main event at all. But according to all the people around the world, John Cena saved WrestleMania. No, he didn't. He did not save WrestleMania. This entire WrestleMania was a complete and utter disappointment. 4 matches out of 14 I liked. 4 out of 14. Yeah, not a good sign, is it? This Mania was bad. Triple H, you better do better next year, man. Because this was not a good Mania at all. Thank you all for watching, guys. And I'll see you all next time.